Finally.
Hey, hey.
Hey, but Diozabat. What's up?
I'm good. How are you, darling?
I'm good. I'm great. Now that we're here, I'm good.
Woo!
Yes.
Finally,
Whew.
finally.
Yeah,
And to
yeah,
think
no.
we had it. We had it, huh? But anyway.
I don't know what's the issue though. I'm trying to understand, because even with other phones, it's just giving us issues. So I don't know what's the issue really.
But we've got it. We are here. That's all that matters.
The devil is a
Uh,
liar.
Kannete. Kannete. Modimo o phala malone.
All that time.
Okay, anyway, let us get right into it.
Yep.
Born Refilwe Mooketsi, on stage we've grown to know and love her as Fifi Cooper. She's a record
Yep.
label owner, a rapper, a singer, songwriter, MC, and an actor. She has over 6 awards under her belt, including 2016 Metro FM Music Awards for Best Female Album, Best Newcomer, Best Produced Album, as well as Best Collabo. Welcome, my darling. Welcome, welcome,
Thank you
welcome.
so much. Thank you so much for the invite.
You are most welcome. So, you just got back from Swaziland
Yeah,
promoting your latest single, Net. So, how was that? How was it received
it's
and everything?
crazy. It's crazy. I love, how the people are responding to the song, especially because I haven't dropped in a while. And Swaziland is always crazy. Like I always say, like it's almost like my second home. I know I say this a lot with like a different countries, but that's exactly how I feel when I touch down. It was really amazing. We had a business seminar there. We had a meet and greet. We had shows. We had interviews because I'm actually doing an Africa tour for the single. So I'm gonna be leaving for Zambia as well, Botswana, Lesotho, Kenya, Uganda. Name them. I am going there.
Wow, wow, wow. And we know
Yeah,
that this tour is under your
label.
record label. Um,
Yes.
yes, you are the founder and CEO of MoCooper
Hello.
Records.
Thank you, son. Thank you, please.
Congratulations,
Thank
congratulations.
you.
What
Thanks.
what's been the biggest challenge for you as a record label owner, as opposed to being signed?
I mean, being the owner obviously means, you know about the capital. It's not only just being behind the mic and, recording a dope music. You have to think about PR marketing. You have to think about Sambro. You have to think about a lot of things. So I think for me, it wasn't really a challenge, but it was a good learning experience for me because I've always wanted to know, what happens behind the scenes. And I'm getting there. I'm enjoying the process. I'm very happy. It's just that it's hard because now you have to work with people and batho ba sokodisa gore tshwantse o eme motho mo o nne patient, and I mean it comes with that. It's really amazing. It's a great experience for me.
And what are some of the skills that you've learned from being the boss now, as opposed to being the employee?
We make decisions wisely. Hey, we don't drink every day. We save money. We invest. There was, lockdown. Imagine if we didn't save up, we would be back in Mafikeng. And those are some of the things that we always have to look at as a team and make decisions tse e leng gore le rona di tlo go kgona gore thusa go pusha go ya ko pele. So I think that's the most important thing. Use the money wisely. Rather invest in the brand than waste the money on other things that are not going to give back to the brand.
Sure. And speaking of, investing and using money wisely, do you think that's one of the biggest mistakes that our artists are making? Not using the money wisely when you have it.
Yeah, because when you're an artist, all you do is you see money coming in. You don't really know gore go ntshiwa tšhelete ya kae, go etsagalang, go etsagalang. You just see things happening. But once you're the record label owner, or part of batho ba berekang le label, you will get to see those things. For it, those decisions are very important. Like even when you shoot a video, you need to go according to balance. Even though I know sometimes ke pressure, yeah, we want quality, we want that, but at the end of the day, you can still find that quality somewhere else, rather than going to a big company that's going to charge you big amount. And they are very dope when it comes to the visuals. You go to those kids and you see how you guys can help each other out. It's You're trading something. It's an exchange of services as well, and we need to start supporting our own people, our local, upcoming, whether videographer or graphic designer. That's where we need to start. We need to start building those things. And I think for me, being an owner, it's one of the things that I learn, and it's the most beautiful thing ever, to get to have a voice and choose what you want to do with who.
Absolutely. A lot of times I feel misunderstood. Like, but what
Yeah.
like, ke arrogante, or ke nagana ke ipona, or ke ipona, or I'm this and that. I'm up there. Like, do you sometimes feel misunderstood?
It happens all the time, because at the end of the day, for me, I feel like not everyone is going to understand me fully, because not everybody knows me the same. Go na le batho ba kgaleng ba nsupporta ka 2007, so batho ha ba tshwane, le the way we think ha re tshwane. That's why you always find people having different opinions, and it's good when people have different opinions about you. You must ask yourself a question, or okay, am I really doing great for people to be giving this type of attention to me? Yes, you are definitely doing something good. Even for someone to misunderstood you, good, very good, very good. You will understand me kopele. I feel him.
And speaking of attention, how
Yeah,
important are compliments? Like, for Wena as an artist, would you continue doing what you do even if go sena motho ka go rang a re o
no,
itse Fifi Cooper o ntswembu,
no,
you are the one?
no,
How important are compliments
no.
to you as an artist?
Compliments are everything to me. As soon as I receive a compliment, it's like a reminder of why I chose to do this and not to ever give up, because at the end of the day, it shows you you're not only doing it for yourself, you're actually doing it for someone else, and that's exactly what an artist is all about. So a compliment is very important. That's why sometimes you find different fans. It's power. It shows, it proves, it's a reminder of what you do, through your music. So it's really good.
And speaking of compliments, obviously there's also the other side, which is negativity. What is the worst
Yeah.
thing that you've ever read about yourself? Kore ga o sheba o re bathong motho na kwala fa mara ka bua maka makana kana kana.
People are crazy, Joe. People are crazy. And hey, Joe, haters, I think they have the most data, bruh. Like they invest in data so that they can tell people kak. But I remember I once saw a post on Facebook, I think. The Someone even said, this person is from Afton, Fifi Cooper, Kenadiana Kaiwago Public School. You find such comments, you're like, manega, what the fuck are you even saying? So you find people especially the world of Twitter is insane. You find people there, ba buang dilo tse leng gore wa go robala 3 days, o palelwa ke go ja, o palelwa ke go nwa metsi. But the most important thing is, what do you focus on? I always like taking a positive out of a negative. That's why sometimes I'll ketlare. It's a good thing that you're talking about me. And when it comes to comparison, there's no way you can compare Fifi Cooper to any female rapper in South Africa, because she has paved so many things for them. So most of them look up to me. You understand? When you don't even know what you're saying. So I look at it that way. People don't really know gore go etsagalang, but for the fact ya gore ba bua, is very good. It means I'm doing my job.
Absolutely. And speaking of comparison, I was going to ask a little later on, Mara Erike Botse, since you've touched
It
upon it.
rapetlar.
So hip hop.
Yeah.
Every time we speak of hip hop, and we speak about beef.
Yes.
And hip hop, is there a lot of beef as well? Like when it comes to female rappers.
Mostly beef around female rappers is created by record labels. I'm saying this because it has happened to me. When I left the label, they signed Gigi Lamayne, and they forced Gigi to talk nonsense about me. Like most of the interviews, she was talking about me. For me, it was still free PR, but I couldn't understand what's the beef. I couldn't understand what's the beef with her, and I never entertained it until she left and she came back to me and she apologized and she told me why she had to do that. The record label put pressure on her to go around talking bad about me. So sometimes, most of the times, beefs within female rappers is created by the label. Trust me on that.
So
We
you
want to
said,
support each other, but it's difficult because you find I'm the first female record label owner as a female rapper. You understand? So nah, obviously I'm thinking differently from all these big other labels. For them, they make money doing that. It's their structure. It's what works for them. But for me, I think different. So I don't know.
sure, sure. And speaking of your former record label, we all know that you had a public fallout with them, but you
Yeah.
managed to bounce back from that. How or where do you draw strength from?
They are
Um,
not yeah.
where do you
I
draw
think
strength from?
I think my biggest thing is that they are not God. They didn't
Absolutely.
give me this talent. They didn't create Fifi Cooper. They signed me knowing very well what I'm capable of. And to me, that will never change. As long as I'm always thankful to God for blessing me with this gift. I'll keep nurturing it. I'll keep growing this craft. It will never stop, no matter what.
Absolutely. And you
Mm.
also spoke about paving the way for female rappers. Um, who do you look up to, or who did you look up to when you were entering the industry as a South African female rapper? Because when I think of female rappers, before you, I can't think of anybody else. So who are you
Yeah.
looking up to gore o tsene mo industry or o itse keng ke batla go tshwana le thy sister?
No, I think mostly the people that inspired me is definitely Lebo Matos and Brenda Fassie. It's just that they don't rap, you know. The rap part comes from the fact that I'm from Mafikeng, and to me, Motswako is like a culture to me, you know. I grew around Mr. Mo, the show, Kibo Jeba, Kibo Tuxi. So I grew around that. So I realized for it uh, I can still be me, and still use a little bit of Lebo and Brenda Fassie, put it together and still be myself because they were doing legendary things, music that at the end of the day we need to be proud of, where we come from, our cultures, mother tongue is important for people to know who you really are. So I think that's one of the two people that I really think about besides the Motswako circle.
Wow. And speaking of Mafikeng, you and I used to perform at a show called Mmabana called
You,
Xpressions.
hey, Usan
Uh,
Kamisi Paisi OC. Hey.
organized by Tulamo and Jazz.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
for me, that's one of my fondest memories when I think about my child.
bruh,
I think about my musical journey. For
bruh.
you, what has been your most memorable childhood memory or your fondest childhood memory?
I mean, trust me, it's definitely a big part of me being in Mafikeng back in those days. It's a very big part. and also understand that Xpressions was a big show. When you perform there, you feel like you've made it in Mufftown. So for me, actually having to be there, be on that stage, perform with all those people, I will never forget that. Besides the fact that, ko Mmabana would have the trip tsa rona fela tsa bo arts and culture, love life. What is it tsa kgale? The love life, what? Those trips, yeah, those used to also be the best for me because it's a long one. Now it's trip, Joe. That is nice, especially to do something that you love. It's a blessing. So for me, that's it. That's just what I can think of.
Wow. And what's been the highlight of your life and your career thus far?
Definitely 2016 when I won my awards for my album 2050. That was, I can't even describe till today how I was feeling. I will forever be grateful for that moment. And regardless of what happened, the fallout with the label, I will still appreciate where they put me in my career, because they did really contribute a lot, and that will never change. So I think 2016, a lot of things happened, and my first tour, my MoCooper tour, I did a Nigerian tour and a UK tour. And no go le monate o seng kana ka sepe. Ne ke sa batle le go boa.
Wow.
Ke re mare no, I have to go back home. Ke batla bo Magwenya, bo Sphatlo. Ha di yo da. Eh, a ke re wa bona. Eish. I'm telling you.
Where is Fifi Cooper's happy place?
Fifi Cooper's happy place definitely has to be home. Home is where I can, spend time with my son, my family, my mom, my brothers. At home, there's always, I can pray anywhere, everywhere. And that's a big part of, who Fifi is or Refilwe is. I pray. I pray a lot. And sometimes I just want to have me time. Ke batla go nna Refilwe besides go nna Fifi Cooper, because as much as I understand that being Fifi Cooper is a full-time job, there's still Refilwe, who's a sister, a mother, a daughter, and all of that. So my happy place is when I actually just shut everything out and get to just be with the people who I really love and who really loves me as much.
And speaking of your son, what's the greatest thing about being a mother?
Whew. He has taught me a lot. The mother to son love is something different. Now you get to understand the love that your mom has for you and the love that you have for your mom. It starts to make sense because having to watch someone grow, not even before ummona fela, having a relationship with lene before atalwa, until atalwa ummona tsena skolo, it's something beautiful, and you don't realize how powerful you are as a woman until you become a mother, because that's when you get to see hore nothing and no one can stop you. If you say hore you want this for your child, you will do everything and anything in your power to make sure that you do that. And it's one thing that now I know about myself, hore even for me to live and hustle this hard, I don't think if I didn't have Resego, because the push was even 100 times better. Ha ke re lire bana ke ra gore nna ne ke fila yalo. Eish, kana ka mosotla ba re motlile go Facebook kwa re no.
No, I truly get you. I truly
Yeah, but it's
understand
so
you.
different. I don't know. It be different.
No, no.
Yeah.
There's a different hustle, absolutely, ga o na le ngwana, because ga o le one, la o ka robala o tshwere ke tlala, it's fine. But ga o
Yeah,
na le ngwana,
how
there's
ka ke ba
absolutely,
motlogela tshwara ke
exactly,
tlala?
there's
Never.
absolutely no way o ka tlogela ngwana
No
a
way.
robala tshwere ke tlala. Le wena
Never.
motsadi wa gago pushed and did their
Same.
utmost best to make sure
Exactly.
o robala o
Ke
kgona.
nnete.
Ke ra la o ka
Ke
tla
nnete.
tlogetse ka papa.
Bona, how ro ka tlala. Tlala yone 0.
Absolutely. What makes Fifi Cooper sad?
What makes me sad? Whew. You know, ish kena serela when it comes to those relationship, like do so hey, ke mathata ka there. You. Ka there ke problem. I think that's the only thing that I can think about. But nothing makes me sad because I joke about everything, Like little tse serious, I joke about them if I feel like really you don't have to serious in my life. You gotta live a little, you gotta breathe a little. And a sense of humor. But with relationships, I go if there's a problem, there's a problem. It ends there. No. It doesn't work that one.
And speaking of relationships, is there
Yeah,
anybody who is putting a smile on your face?
definitely. Oh, hallelujah. Definitely, it's happening. Oh, I guess.
Contain.
No, I can wait till sometimes Modimo wa go blessa. You know, you just receive. But one thing about me, I know the reason why I say relationships makes me sad is because of my past experiences. With what I want now and what I've learned from, those experiences is like I know how I should be treated. And now I have that, so I'm good. But I will never settle for less.
Are you content more life in general?
No, nna ke moja. Ha ke berekele ope, ke sharp. I'm good. I'm
Have,
nice.
have you found your purpose? Are you living your purpose? Do you know what your purpose is?
Definitely, this is my purpose to change people's lives through my music, and not to box myself and just say, I'm just going to be here in South Africa and make music for these people here. No, my music is for the world. Because I feel like as much as some people in other countries they don't understand what we say, music is an international language. You can still touch somebody who doesn't understand what you're saying. So I'm living for that, and I'm living that every day, and I wake up with a smile on my face every day because of that.
Wow. What's your
Yeah.
biggest regret?
My biggest regret,
Mm.
I mean, not really regret I did look ka boom. What's my biggest regret is awesome. I don't know. I can't think of anything, bruh. I don't regret anything.
Mm.
I don't, hey. I think I learned from my mistakes, so that makes me not to regret anything.
Mm.
Yeah, like I literally don't.
And did you always know that you wanted to be a performer?
Yeah, since I was a little girl, probably like 5, 6, because my dad used to play bass guitar, so vele nansa maybe I used to ke na le talent since ke le monyane because he was the one always ha dlala ko ntlong, a tla ba re ropele. So he saw something in me before I could even realize what it is. And when I realized what it was, I couldn't stop. Till now, I am not stopping, you
Wow.
know?
So you've collaborated with quite a few amazing artists. Which has been your favorite collabo?
AB Crazy. And I say this because of I've learned a lot from him
Mm.
in terms of like what happens in a session. Like that man is so talented and he's so humble. And that will always make him the god that he is in studio. So every time I jump on, in studio with that man, is lit. And he's also, on my upcoming album that I'm dropping early next year. So it's always a vibe. Like I don't know. I don't know. He has that thing. Almost he's not there just because we have to make music. To him, it's like panning. You know, the focus is different. Like, so I think I enjoy that because I took a lot from, you know, how he handles his sessions, and I think that's quite big.
Wow, wow. And
Yeah.
speaking of learning from artists and taking a lot, what did you take from your former record label? What did you take?
I think the first thing I took, and the most important thing, um, was to how to treat others. I know money makes you feel like you have all the power. Now, o tshwanetse o nthogele, ke tshwanetse ke kokobetse just because o na le nyoko. No, treat me like I'm a human being. Like you would treat your sister. You would treat, you know, batho ba dichomi tsa gago. Like, that's very important because at the end of the day, re batho rotlhe re kgagwanya fela ke pampiri black and white.
Wow.
Yeah.
What don't
Yep.
people know about you?
What don't people know about me? Um, I definitely love Gomorrah. Um, I love cooking, so I'm definitely gonna open a restaurant called Mo Acha. I love playing pool and bowling. I'm like a white black girl sometimes. I like going, you know, to adventure golf. Ke rata go ira dionyana tse e leng gore ke godile ke sa dire, because that's how you get to find out gore are you good in that thing or not. Rather than ke le mo josi santse ke batla go dlala diketo le skipping. You know, it's not gonna make sense. So, walaga eish wena. Ke a go tšhaela.
No, but when
Ah,
in Rome, do as the Romans.
yes. Bona. Done. Done.
Do you think do you think there is pressure on MoCooper Records to see how far they can take Fifi Cooper in comparison to where your previous
Definitely.
record label
Definitely.
is? Mm,
Definitely. That one, it go diragala, Joe, you know.
mm,
But what people don't understand that MoCooper Records is building from, you know, from scratch. So it's going to take a while for it to get to, you know, that level where people expect it to be. There's no way you can open a page today go sena o posa go itseng o botse go na le 2 million views, 2 million followers. It's impossible. You have to work to that 2 million, you know, for you to get there. And it's going, it might take a while, but it's definitely going there. It's up to you whether you believe it or you don't. But the people behind the company knows the vision, knows where it's going. So
mm. Ga moya wa gago o le ko fatshe and you're feeling down, what do you
yeah.
do to bring yourself back up?
Because I don't live with my son, so most of the time when I'm not okay, I just call him and then I just relax. Yeah. Serious, Joe.
O ba
I
sharp
do
same
that.
time.
Yeah, keep free. You know, it's a reminder how you've sacrificed a lot. You've even sacrificed seeing your son grow up. You have to stand up for whatever challenge that come across your way. You have to conquer and get through it.
So, I know before I go on stage, ga ke batle go bua le anybody, ke batla silence. A ke batle
Yeah.
go pe mo thoko ga me.
Moment nyana gago le one,
Moment to
please.
meditate and prepare.
Yeah.
A ke batle go
Yeah.
balabala ntse re le busy o mpotsa dipotso tse dintsi. What do you do before you get on stage?
It's either we take shots, but if we don't, what we do all the time, we pray, whether in the car or backstage, or because there's something that just calms me down after I pray. Like if I'm nervous, just asking for guidance, you know, and lead it, then I'll be good.
Wow. What
Yeah.
what is next for Fifi Cooper?
Yo, miracles, my sister, you better be ready. The album is dropping next year, 2021. The tour only just started, like you said, last weekend. So from here, the entire December, we'll be going to other, countries, and the song is, trust me, gonna do very well, more than it's doing right now. I'm happy right now, but I'm gonna be very, 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 very happy. Yeah. So expect the album next year, 2021. Beautiful piece of work. I worked with AB Crazy, King McKay on the beat, Pila Madlingos, and a lot of upcoming artists. I've got my boys from Venda, McJ and CJ. So there's just a whole lot of fresh talent that I can't wait for my listeners to hear. It's really exciting.
Wow. And how would you like to be remembered?
Ejo, as a trendsetter, because I think the most important thing is for you to be able to create things that people will follow even when you're not around. I always tell, the people I work with, I don't want to do things that has been done before. I want to do something new. I want these people to remember me for something that I did. Some compare Fifi kana, hey man, no, I want you to say, Fifi. That's what I want to build. That's what I want the next generation whether I'm here or not, I want to be remembered as a trendsetter, as a queen.
Wow. And absolutely, you are a queen. That you are. Do not get it twisted.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Bona,
are a
ke
queen.
mathata a bone ao.
Yeah.
It's their own problem.
Absolutely. So I am going to go into another segment of our show. Ke go botsaela dipotso tse di 5. Please just
Okay.
answer as quickly as you can. You said there's no beef amongst female rappers. Most of the time, it's caused by the record label owners, obviously trying to create hype, trying to get sales, and all of that. So,
Yeah.
because when I ke a itse gore ha ona beef le anybody, ne? Who
Nna
is
mare ba
your
ntshaba.
who is who is your favorite female South African rapper?
Yo, I'd say Miss Super. You know why? Because I heard her on Jabba's album back in the days. She was on that song, yeah. Boss Nakana, me and my girl at the south. Remember that track?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think I'm gonna say that because I've never heard anybody who raps like her in essay, and that's what attracts me the most to an artist, being different, standing out. There's a lot of female rappers that are sounding like international female rappers, so to me, it's nothing new, no offense, so that's the only reason why I would choose her over everyone. But everyone, is on their own hustle, some doing good, some doing well, and that's great.
Who would you love to collabo with?
Gongwe le gongwe mo lefatsheng.
Gongwe le gongwe, monna kapo mosadi.
Coffee. There's this girl called Coffee
Uh-huh.
from Jamaica.
Wow.
That one, she's my sister for life. I love her realness. I love the way she dresses. I feel like I can go, motoma pesang fela for a day. She's lit, and she looks very young, but she's doing very well. Like Torile na mokopa life on Instagram gore a ire pina le ene. That's power, So to me, I think she's really dope. I think I would do anything to be on a track with her.
Wow. So we know that you are an amazing singer as well as an amazing rapper. But between the two, if you
Yes.
had to choose, is it singing or rapping?
Singing. And I'd say that because singing doesn't box me as much as rap. Rap ke rap. La bo ka go fa beat ya jazz. Tshwanetse o rape mo diding. So with singing, bring a gospel song, bring me whatever. I am gonna be able to hop on it, and it's still gonna come out the way. So I think with singing, I'm more flexible, and I can be versatile. So yeah.
So right gore o phela o change di hair color, but what's your
Ke phela
favorite?
net so Marjo.
What's your favorite hair color?
uh it used to be blonde, hey. It used to be blonde because for some weird reason, never get about the yellow bone dish like a blonde hair. So can get somebody color thing. I'll think like, oh no, pink is too much, until my hairstylist decided, oh, you know what, let's try new colors. And now I'm obsessed with this pink. It's like life.
Okay, and ya go tshwanela
Ke a
hle.
leboga tle, ke a leboga yo batho.
So what has 2020 taught you? We know that 2020 has been quite a tough year for a lot of us. But what are the lessons you've taken from 2020?
Invest, 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 invest. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow, you know? So secure your tomorrow.
Sure.
Or if anything happens, you are safe.
Wow.
That I can tell you for free.
Wow. That is amazing.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
well, 2020 has definitely taught me not to be ashamed or afraid to go after what you want, because
Yeah.
tomorrow is not guaranteed. If
No.
if that's what you want, go
Ga
for
go
it.
no potleng gore a re tsena o sa kokota.
Absolutely. Ke makareng coming.
People can read people's minds. Tshotse o kokote so that ba kgone go bulela. Wa bona?
Le bibele e re kokota monyako tla buba.
Hela yalo me.
Finish and
Hela ya.
flat.
Net
And
so.
any last words? Any last words? The year is coming to an end.
Yeah.
Any last words you just say to the people who supported you even on this journey of your record label, your new single, your
Yeah.
new album?
Yeah. I think first of all, I just want to thank the people, who are watching this live, and, the people who were patient because we had a little bit of technical issues there in the beginning. But I just want to thank them for, go ema ba emele interview ya rona. We appreciate that, and I, love that. And I just dropped my new single, Net. So check it out on YouTube. Check out my social pages, my Instagram, KE_Fifi Cooper son, Twitter at Fifi Cooper fans. And yeah, I feel like let's just be safe because December people are traveling home. Already you see there's a lot of accidents. So if people can stop with the drinking and driving, rather get a driver so you're safe. But just try to be extra safe this festive so you can be able to see me kill shows, baby. Much love.
Much love to you. Thank you so much for going after your dream, for being
Aw.
an inspiration and a trendsetter to
Yep.
female rappers, not only female rappers, to female musicians such as myself. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
going after your dream, for showing us that it is possible, and that we can do it. We can become whatever it is that we want if we put our mind and our heart
Minds.
to it. Thank you for
Come
agreeing
on.
to be part of this conversation. This is our last
Thank
episode
you.
for this season. What an honor, what a privilege
Yay!
it has been to have our last episode with you. You are amazing. You are amazing. You are great. Before we go, I just want
Mm-hmm.
you to say, be great, for if not you, then who?
Be great. If not you, then who?
Then who? Absolutely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be grateful. If not you, then who? Thank you so much to everybody who's been a part of Be Great season 2. We are going to season 3, and we can't wait to see you there. My name is Melo Mtetwa. This has been Be Great with Fifi Cooper's son. God bless you and good night.
Good
Bye,
night.
darling.
Whoop, 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 whoop.